just on our way down to the river to the pipe ceremony. This whole day. Let's see here. This beautiful wood we go into. My own personal 100-acre wood. Deep in the 100-acre wood, where Christopher Robin plays, you'll find the enchanted neighborhood of Christopher's childhood. Look at that sun. It's like the golden hour. Sun's about to go down. There's also, I think, wildfire smoke in the air, which makes it a little more orangey and pretty. So even in destruction, there is beauty. And this is our lovely little trail in the woods. It just sounded like Bob Ross. And here's this beautiful path through the woods. And there's a tree that lives right here. And oh, look, there's a stone right here. Happy little stone that lives right here on our trail through the woods. So this wanted to give you like when we do shamanic journey, part of the process is the actual getting there. And so it's like there's always, you don't just pop in. There's always a journey, literally, to get to either the upper world or the lower world or even the middle world where we actually already are. So this is our journey to the river. As we come out, the beautiful, beautiful Cedar River. Here's where we are. Isn't this gorgeous? This is one of my sacred places. Normally, I sit over in this little area to do my pipe ceremony. I even have this little stone medicine wheel that I put here to make this land even more sacred. But because it's summertime, this whole section of grasses and stuff have grown up in between me and the river. And so I've been coming out here. Someone else put this big old driftwood tree here, propped it up, and gives me a place to, I don't sit on the tree, but I like having something to lean against as I do my stuff. And so we got some people down upriver, but so this is our beautiful place, setting sun. And I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. Let's see here. As I said, I'm running late. If you came for the sacred pipe ceremony, you're in the right place. And again, I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. I always sit on this blanket. It's technically a quillo. It's got a pocket so that you can fold up the blanket and tuck into that little pocket, and so the quilt becomes a pillow. And this one is a blanket my mom made me many years ago, and it's the same blanket that I have taken with me to almost every. That's okay. We have a dog here in a minute. Yay. I'm dog friendly. We're gonna have some guests. So anyway, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. We have a dog that's imminent. But I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and we are going to do sacred pipe ceremony, which I will talk about a little bit while I am getting my stuff ready.
No, go towards the water. No. Take him towards the water.
I'm sorry.
Go towards the water. Hi.
Hi, I'm sorry to be
No, it's okay. He needs to learn. No.
Pet him or
you can just be really slow going up to his face.
Yeah,
okay.
that'd be good.
Hey, come here. Come here. He's gonna say hi. He wants to say hi.
Yeah.
No, he wants to say hi.
Yeah.
See, he wants to say hi. See, he's
Aww.
okay.
Hi.
He's okay. He just wants to say hi.
Aww.
Yeah.
See, here you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good, thank you.
All right, come on. No, come on.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See, good boy.
Hello
Good boy.
everybody. Thank you for your patience. I thought
Come on.
this is part of the reason I come down here to do ceremony. You too. Is that people have a tendency to come down here with their dogs. And so I get puppy time. But that was a new dog. It was a big bull, like pit bull dog, and not used to people, so I had to I was hoping to be a puppy and could jump all over me, but anyway, so that's what that was. So welcome everyone. Let me start over. We are down here on the beautiful Cedar River. If you came in late, let me show you exactly where we are. Just listen to that silence. We don't have enough silence and enough stillness in our lives. Just take that in. That's where we are. In a moment I'm going to set sacred space, and you will be virtually right here with me. Let me do that before I do anything else. That kind of sets the stage. And so what we do when we do ceremony, we always set sacred space as a way to create an energetic container around us. Not so much to keep the bad things out, but to help us to focus our energy, because we don't have to then be aware and be watching out for everything out there. We've got the spirits coming holding this energetic container, this higher vibration around us that keeps out anything that's not congruent with what we're doing. So, hi everybody. Hi Victoria. Alamani. Oh, thank you, Victoria. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I do 2 different live videos every week. One on Monday, one on Wednesday. This is the Wednesday one where we do sacred pipe ceremony. I'm going to set sacred space. And part of that is what I just said, to kind of create this container so we can focus our magic. Bye Victoria, see you later. I don't always get to see the comments and stuff. So if you comment and I don't see it or I don't respond, please forgive me. But so I'm going to set this safe container. So it helps to create that safe container for us to do our magic. It also, when you are watching this, you get to it basically surrounds you with that same energy. So even though you may be miles away or even on the other side of the planet, we are still connected in that same space, because space and time are an illusion, right? So this is how I set sacred space. spirits of the water, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Wow. Wait. I always breathe better as soon as I do that. It's not that I feel like I'm like struggling or drowning or anything like that beforehand. It's just afterwards, like, oh yeah, that's what my lungs feel like. Oh, that's what the air smells like. And that's part of that sacred space, focusing us, bringing us back to this moment, to this place. So we're going to do sacred pipe ceremony. If you don't know what that is, no worries. I'm going to explain it as I am setting up my little altar here. So the sacred pipe ceremony is a Lakota ceremony, and the sacred pipe, you may have heard it, is called a peace pipe if you've ever watched old westerns, etc. And the pipe is the most sacred medicine object to the Lakota people. And just full disclosure, I am not technically Lakota myself. I am Irish Celtic by genetics or whatever you want to call it. But I'm a shaman, right? And and I follow the way of the spirit. The spirits. It's not that a lot of people get things wrong. Actually, I don't need my head. The sun's going down. People think that the spirits are more powerful than us or more important than us, and that we are just the peons following what they tell us to do. But that's not the way it is. The way it really is that they are our co-creators. That, like shamanism is basically the relationship between us and our spirit guides. They aren't better than us. They aren't more powerful. They're not our masters. They're our relations, like in Lakota. Awesome, right? And so it's about a partnership, relationship with those in the unseen realm, with us in the seen realm. And so, as a shaman, my work is, for the most part, in the unseen realm. And so I work with the ancestors, I work with the spirits of the land. And I also trust the unfolding of my life, that the spirits that the spirits are guiding me, like nudging certain things and creating synchronicities, etc., so that I am led to the right teachers, the right people, the right lessons, etc. And so in this lifetime, I have unerringly, whatever that word is, found myself with a number of Lakota teachers, or teachers who may not have been born Lakota, but were following the Red Road, that had Dakota teachers themselves and were trained in living that life. And so I trust the teachers and the lessons that I've been guided to. I trust the spirits. I work with the spirits, like you heard when I did the sacred space, calling in the Fae and the spirits of the land and the ancestors of the land. I work with the spirits of the land. And so as a shaman, even though I'm not indigenous, how do I put it? the appearance of a lot of the things I do is native simply because I'm working with the ancestors, I'm working with the spirits of the land, right? So, and I've unraveled something like throughout my shamanic career since I realized, had kind of my shamanic awakening, for lack of a better word. I've had a number of indigenous spirit guides just show up, right? And we don't choose our guides. They volunteer to help us. That doesn't mean you can't call on a specific one, like if there's someone, you have a hero or you've got some spiritual leader from the past, even if it's a different faith or religion or philosophy or whatever, you can always connect with that being and ask them for help, ask them for guidance. But for the most part, the spiritual path, shamanism, is about becoming the hollow bone, getting your ego out of the way, become that hollow bone that spirit can move through. And so it's more of a opening up and that trusting of spirit. And so it's like force things, you just, God, I keep going on so many different tangents. I apologize. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I have a tendency to go on these long tangents. But it's kind of like, instead of figuring out what needs to be done or who I need to talk to, it's trusting that the spirits do know more than I do about what's needed. Not because they're more powerful or they're more important, but because they're sitting higher in the bleachers than I am, right? They have a bigger view, and so they can see how everything affects everything else. They can see the entire playing field, but I'm seeing it from like a two-dimensional view. And so whoever shows up, I trust that they're the right ones. And over the course of the last 15, 20 years, I think every single native spirit guide that has showed up has been, if not strictly Lakota, has been part of the greater Sioux Nation. And that wasn't something, I never saw that pattern when it started out, right? I kept getting these new spirit guides that come in, they tell me who they were, and I Google it and find out, oh my God, that's this person. And as I went on and on, it finally occurred to me, and I looked, and it was like every single one of them is part of the greater Sioux Nation. So I don't know what that connection is, but one of my first and most steadfast guides has been White Buffalo Calf Woman, who is the one who presented the original pipe to the Lakota people. Even before I knew it was a thing, even before I'd ever experienced the pipe ceremony, she was my spirit guide. And so that's why I do what I do, I guess, is where I'm going with that. It's not that I'm trying to pretend to be Indian or that I am being something I'm not. This is so deeply ingrained in who I am, right? Even though I was raised Catholic, I later discovered paganism, married a witch, and then discovered that I was a shaman. I don't know why I was saying all that. I lost my train of thought. But through all of that, it's like there's a certain... I've thought about this a lot, because there's a lot of things going on in today's world in the spiritual communities that I don't always agree with, or it's funny because it's like we're talking about truth with a capital T, right? And then we get all these different trends and such in the spirit communities. certain modalities that rise to favor and then kind of fade, and then other ones, which is perfect. It's like the river, right? It's like you get different currents coming. But underneath all of those currents, and underneath all of those methodologies, and underneath all of the philosophies, and the rules and the dogmas, is one truth, one unchanging truth, right? And that truth is love, right? Everything else in this world, in this temporal world, is an expression of that love. It's like the pipe. The bowl of the pipe is the divine feminine. You know, it's like we put the tobacco in, we light. The fire is here in the womb, right? This is the stone. This is unchanging. This is the center. When I do ceremony, I literally, like when I move my pipe around, the stem literally orbits the bowl, because the bowl is the great mother. The bowl is the cosmic womb of the cosmic mother. It's where the fire is. That's where creation happens. That's where the alchemy happens. And then the stem is the divine masculine. And it's always interesting to me that, you know, the bowl is stone. It's solid. It's unchanging. The stem is organic. It's wood. And I'm probably on my 5th or 6th stem since I started as a pipe carrier, because the stems wear out. It's the masculine. It's the temporal. This is the dancer. It dances around the feminine. Like this whole world, the temporal world, is an expression of that center. And so it changes. You can't have a dance if it's necessarily changing and growing and expressing and expanding. But that love underneath always remains stable, always remains solid. And so I sometimes think about, like, oh my God, I'm so behind the times. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that methodology. I don't know what people mean when they use that term and stuff. And it's like, no, it doesn't matter. Because if nothing else, truth is truth. And in this temporal world, this world of time and space, this world of illusion, and, you know, temporary, nothing in this world is eternal. Just your spirit is. And your spirit is an expression of that original truth. And so whatever your life looks like, whatever you're doing in your life, whatever your dreams and desires and passions are, those are all connection portals to that original truth of who you are. Because if we all awaken to who we truly are, we are all source, we are all one. In this temporal world, we seem separate. But if I trace back and awaken to my original self, my original soul, my original spirit, and you awaken to your true original spirit, it's the same place, it's the same source. We are all part of each other, we are all connected. And that in itself is the greatest source of optimism for me in this world, a place of hope. Because nothing that happens in this world can affect or change that original source of love. Nothing. It's untouchable. It's kind of like trying to when you're dreaming, trying to change the physical world from your dreams, right? It's like no matter what you do in your dreams, it doesn't change that physical world that you waken back into, right? And on some level, this world is a dream as well. It's an illusion. It's not true in the capital T sense. And so nothing that we do in this dream can affect that original reality of love. And so love is the fabric of the universe. Love is in everything. Everything is an expression of love. And it's only in this world, like you heard me calling in the spirits of the upper world, the spirits of the lower world, the compassionate spirits of the middle world. The middle world is this world that we are in. And it's the only, in shamanism, there's the three worlds, upper, middle, and lower. And if you know anything about Norse mythology and Yggdrasil, the world tree, it's like the branches are the upper world, the lower world is the roots of the tree. Those are both transcendent realms, where your more human-like spirit teachers exist in the upper world, in the branches. The more power animals and animal spirit guides live in the roots underneath the tree. And the trunk of the tree, where we live, is the only world where there is duality, where you can have higher and lower frequency beings in the same place. Which is why when I call them in, I specifically call in the compassionate spirits of the middle world. So that we only get the spirits that resonate with our intentions, helping and supporting us, connecting with us. That's the thing about tangents. You get out on the end of it, it's like, wait, where did I start? But anyway, oh my gosh. But so the truth is always within you. Who you are, your very essence, is love. And there is nothing that can change that. There is nothing that can erase that. And that's the beauty of this world, that everything does change. Nothing is permanent, right? It's a non-permanence. It's that phrase of, this too shall pass. If you're in hard times, it's like, this too shall pass. It brings you hope. If you're in good times, you remember that this too shall pass. You know that that it will not always be like this. It's that impermanence that brings movement. That is the dance of the divine masculine around the love of the Great Mother. So what you do in this world is not as important as who you are. And my teacher, Sandra Ingerman, always says, it's not what you do, but who you become that changes the world. Because like Einstein said, it's like this universe is frequencies and vibrations. And so when you're on your path and you're learning and expanding, awakening to deeper and deeper levels of yourself, that's how you raise your frequency. And just like when you hit your key fob for your car, it doesn't make all of the alarms go off on all of the cars in the parking lot. It gets just yours because it's frequency specific. And when you're putting out that frequency of who you are, only those things and those beings who are of a like frequency show up in your life. you know? And of course, we're not just one frequency, we're a spectrum, right? And so you can have old issues and heavier energies that come in, as well as the higher, more joyful energies. But the closer we get to our true selves, the closer we get to that original love of who we are, that's when the synchronicities start to happen, right? Life starts to flow a little bit differently, and you start, instead of like, oh cool, that was a cool synchronicity, and you know, like these random things happening, you start to look for those synchronicities. Those become the landmarks that you steer your life by. And so there is always hope. When I was getting ready for tonight, I was like, what am I going to talk about tonight? You know, I never have it planned out. I never have it scripted, as you can probably tell. But it occurred to me, like a lot of times I kind of address things going on in the news, or I address things going on in my life, and I just got this feeling that this is exactly what was coming to me, that it's important to emphasize that truth is within you, that safety, that love is within you. Not only within you, it's who you are. That ultimate safety, that ultimate fulfillment, that ultimate hope is already within you. And nothing that happens in this world, no matter how horrendous, can change that. And so the more we start to live from the inside out, we start to live from the heart, we start to live from that original love of who we are, and express outward, rather than responding or reacting to the things outside of us and changing who we are inside because of what's happening around us. That is how we change the world. That is how we heal the world. By healing ourselves, clearing ourselves, becoming that hollow bone I mentioned earlier. It's not a selfish thing, because it doesn't just change you. It doesn't just affect you. It doesn't just heal you. When you heal yourself, you heal the entire universe. And so no matter what is going on in the news, no matter what happened or what so-and-so said, nothing can change that underlying love that is the truth of reality. I don't even know if reality is the right word there. And so rather than being about good versus evil, it's about love and fear. And love is the only power in the universe. Love is the fabric, the very essence of the universe. Fear is a perceived absence of that love. And so people who live from a place of wanting power or greed or money, etc., are living from fear, because they can't see or perceive the underlying connection of love that ties all things together. And so they live from a place of desperateness. They live from a place of needing to grab power, of control, because they can't trust the unfolding of the universe. But when you trust that unfolding within you, and you allow it to happen, and you follow those synchronicities, you follow the path, it doesn't matter what goes on around you. It doesn't matter what such and such does over there. Your life will still be in harmony. And as you continue to follow that path, you draw everyone around you along with you. It's called entrainment, where when you have a room full of clocks, eventually they all tick-tock at the same rate. If you're the highest vibration in a room, you lift everyone else's vibration toward yours. And that is the secret. That is how we heal the world. That is why it is so important to not get distracted by drama and news and all these different things. It's okay to feel, to respond, to like, you know, we're still human. We have the emotions. It's still appropriate to feel grief, to feel sad, etc. by things that are going on. But those emotions are like the rumble strips on the side of the road. We hit those rumble strips, and it's like, well, okay, we're heading toward non-truth. I need to come back, course correct back to the center of the road. It's like that sadness is proving that whatever that is not the truth of the universe, of reality or whatever. And so always move toward truth, always move toward joy. That's your compass. Truth feels like peace. Truth feels like, if you were here when I set sacred space, and I always, as soon as I'm done, I always have this big sigh because I feel like I can breathe again. That's what truth feels like. It's that big sigh of, oh, that's right, this is what's real. I'm home. Truth feels like home. If you don't feel like you're home, then whatever's going on around you is not truth. So I rambled a lot longer than I expected to tonight. Usually that happens after the ceremony, but there you go. It's like unscripted, real life. So thank you for listening to me. I hope that is helpful. So we're going to do ceremony now. And so I mentioned earlier that the sacred pipe, the Lakota people, the Chanupa. And so what the ceremony itself is going to look like, the first thing I'm going to do is light some sage, and I'm going to smudge everything on my altar here. I'm going to smudge myself. I'm going to send some your way through the camera. And then I'm going to raise my pipe and say a prayer asking for permission to smoke in this place at this time. Assuming the answer is yes, that's when I will join the pipe together, divine masculine, divine feminine, and then I will put 4 pinches of tobacco into the bowl, and that part I do out loud, so you'll hear the offerings and the prayers I say. It's kind of like gathering the prayers of the spirits into the tobacco, and we put it into the bowl, and then we light it, which releases those prayers. So that part you'll hear out, because I say it out loud. And then, once I'm done loading my pipe, White Buffalo Calf Woman, who I mentioned earlier, that as one of my longest standing spirit guides, when I became a pipe carrier, she taught me a song and asked me to sing it before each ceremony. So once I have my pipe loaded, I will sing that song. Then I will light the pipe, and I will take, the next part is in silence, but what you'll see me doing, I'll take a great big puff of smoke, and then I will offer the pipe to the various directions, like the smoking in toward that direction, which is basically offering the pipe, inviting that direction, those spirits to smoke with us. And I'll blow that puff of smoke toward them. And what I just recently came to understand is that when I breathe out that puff of smoke, that's that spirit taking that puff of smoke. And so it'll be the 4 directions, to Father Sky, to Mother Earth. We'll do a circle for all our relations, and then up to Creator. Then I'll pause for a moment with the stem to my forehead, bowl to my heart, masculine, feminine, right? Then I'll come back, I will relight the pipe, and then the very first thing I'm going to do after I relight the pipe, take a big puff of smoke, I'm going to blow it straight at my camera. That is a blessing coming straight to you through my camera and via the magic of the internet and the holographic universe coming out, whatever device you're watching this on, to your heart. And so that's the time when you want to say your biggest, bestest prayers or set your biggest, bestest intentions. And then I will continue to smoke and to blow breath blessings for intentions of my own, intentions others have asked me to. I have a little book I keep in my pouch with my tobacco, where I write down the prayer intentions that others have asked me to pray for. So if you ever have something big or small, I always say big because that's usually when we tend to ask for prayers, right? But if you have prayer requests, prayer intentions that you would like help praying for, let me know and I will write you down in that book. And that book stays on my altar every time I do ceremony, which is almost every day. And it is just the biggest honor and joy for me to lift your prayers with my own, if that is something that you would like. So you can write to me, email me, connect with me on my website or on my Facebook page, etc., and let me know. And so I'll continue to smoke until we complete, and then I will raise my pipe again. I will say another prayer. And that last prayer, if you're not familiar with light language, what you're going to hear is me speaking gibberish, but it's not gibberish. It's light language. It's basically like speaking in tongues. It's like I just kind of open up and you hear words or syllables, sounds coming in my mouth, and I don't know what they mean. So it's not translatable, right? But it's like a stream of pure love and pure light. And the advantage for me is that I'm not sitting here stuck in my left brain, trying to figure out what do I pray for, what do I say, what word to use. And so it's a step closer to that hollow bone I mentioned, where I get out of my own way and I allow those words to come through me. And I find when I do that, that I myself become more certain. And so just open to receive them, feel the words, feel the sounds, and trust the feelings that come from it. Then when I'm done with that, I have another song that I always end with. Again, it sounds like just syllables, but it's a song. I call it my song of mutual healing. It's a song that some spirits taught me. I was at this pond near my day job that I had years and years ago. And I went to this pond. I always went to the pond to kind of, on my lunch break, to walk around, to connect to the earth. And this one day, I was really upset about something. So I'm walking around, and I'm just in a fugue. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm talking to the spirits of the land. I'm so sorry to be throwing this on you. We throw so much stuff on you. I'm sorry to add to that. And the spirits told me, they're like, no, that's what we're here for. Because as you lighten up, as you heal, we also heal. And so giving us that energy, to us, what's negative to you is neutral. And so we can take that energy, recycle it, and create with it. And then I started hearing this song in my head, and I just started singing it. And that's the song I sing at the end. It's a song of mutual healing, with the intention that whoever hears it is on some level healed, because I know I am every time I sing it. So that's what it's going to look like. So let's go ahead and do our ceremony. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Aho. As a friend used to say, totally aho. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shanadisi, Majakiwis, and Wabus, there is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo, calfwoman, bringer of the pipe, and allow good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama Okane, Bayama Okane, Bayama Okane. Okane, Bayama Okane, Bayama Okane, Bayama Okane. okane, bayama okane. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send another voice. Atapahai hanamaho katapakai. Alahaha nakabahu. Alahi hamaho katapakatahai. Namahadakahai uhu patapan namakalahai. Pakuhu hapa hahanahu hulamakadai. Tushuk Tipahi, Hamaha Katabaha, Tuhu Kubaba, Namaha Lakade, Nama Akitabuhu Tapakahai, Namaha Hawupapa Halakatai, Namahaka Hekatamalaka, Tahida Gohu Halakadabaha, Namah Takataha Hadehe, Tuhu Papa, Namakatadahi, Tuhu Katabaha, Tahehi, Tamakaha, Tamakatahehi. Ihi la ihi ho, 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 ihi la ihi ho. Never gets old, and it never fails to amaze me how powerful such a simple thing can do. Well, thank you, you. I see other people trying. I'm sorry if I am not able to respond to the comments, especially in German. I apologize, I don't know German, so I don't know how to, but hello. Thank you for watching. I'm glad you're here. Especially when I'm doing ceremony, I can't really keep close watch on my comments, etc. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. Normally this is the place where I'll go on my long tangents and explain and talk about different things, but GS, I just speak English. I don't know German, but I really appreciate your presence here. When I go back and look at the comments when we're done, maybe there's a translate thing. I'll be able to see what you were saying. But I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Anyway, so I hope that was meaningful for you. I hope you're at least a little bit lighter, a little bit more healed. English is my only language that I know at the moment. I do want to learn French for the only reason that I would like to read the Three Musketeers in its original French by Alexandre Dumas. He's like my favorite author, but I don't know any other languages but English. I'm sorry, but I definitely, that's on my list of things to do, is to become multilingual. Anyway, so what else? Oh, so coming to the end of our video, I thank you so much for being here. Before I release sacred space and the spirits who so lovingly have held this energetic container for us, just to let you know, to ask you to please share my videos. That helps me a lot. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos. That helps other people find it, apparently. And I appreciate it. And if, you know, and I am beyond the videos, I am always here for you. You can visit my website, perchingwolfstudios.net. And you can read more about me, who I am, what I do, and you can see the different shamanic services I offer, readings and healings and teachings. Oh my! I do readings. I do card readings, the medicine card deck that works with the totem animals. I do shamanic healing. I'm a Reiki master as well. So I do soul retrieval, soul remembering, fairy doctoring, different shamanic healings. I also teach classes. I've got a couple. I keep saying this, I got some coming up, and they keep not quite getting put up yet. But I do have them in the works. I have actually started. But I also do one-on-one teaching, one-on-one mentoring. If you're looking for a spiritual teacher who just had an awakening, or you're at a crossroads in your life, you're trying to make sense of things, I would be honored if watching me here, if I resonate with you, I would love to be your teacher. I would love to, and my intention and purpose in teaching is to use my own experience to help you find your own unique heart path, right? Not to give you more dogma or make you just like me. Is to help you shine in whatever way you came here to shine. So again, that's perchingwolfstudios.net. You can set up a session with me right from my website. I feel like I'm forgetting other things, but I guess that's it for now. Thank you again so much for joining me. I really appreciate your presence here. Even if you're watching this on repeat, the energy is just as vital. If you're watching this like 10 times, and 10 years from now, the energy is just as vital. And I have on my YouTube channel, I've got like 6-ish years of these different videos, readings and ceremonies and some other little things thrown in, which is a free resource if you ever feel you need to recenter, you need sacred space. Go to my channel, choose a random one, and I promise that whatever I say or whatever happens in that ceremony or that reading is going to hit home for you. That the universe has a beautiful way of bringing us exactly what we need. So I think that's it for now. That's all that I can think of at the moment. So let me release our sacred space. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. Thank you for welcoming us into yours. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get lighter right now. Oh, all right, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. I hope this helps uplift you. This is always available if you want to revisit it, spend time in ceremony. And until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and go shining. All right, bye now. Ah.